Kashi Bono, kain in south. Come here. Yeah. Hello guys, how are you? So it's not finished yet, but it is rolling already. So I'm quite happy. I'm really happy.
Well, greetings world and greetings 7-Spot. Aren't we technically proficient, except when we're screwing up technically, proficiently? Well, it's another great day. It's a wonderful day for another virtual and socially distant sevens, and this time from fabulous Uruguay, because we're bringing in our friend Alexander von
Hey
Vaast.
Jim,
How are you today?
all fine, and you?
I'm good. Tell us about your seven. And I want to know.
Well,
How did you become a seven addict, and why did you decide to build a seven?
well, the story is like a little bit. It's like I'm almost 40, and this is like happening when I was like 20 something.
Mhm.
I was like walking near to Kassala, and they were building a seven. I think they were assembling like a Caterham kit, something like that. But they were like every day building on it, and they was passing every day by. So one day like I sat, like I took the coffee, was drinking coffee, seeing how they were building it, and then said, well, one day when I have one. And then like life took me to live in different countries, different jobs. And as I came back to Uruguay, I said like I have no job at that moment, so no income. And then I said, okay, let's build a Caterham because or a Lotus because like they don't have much of maintenance cost down here in Uruguay, and that's what I did. Along the way, I realized that it was a mistake because they were quite expensive to build. But nonetheless, after 4 years, I have a job now, and I finished the car anyway. And yeah, that's mainly the story of it.
Well, that's great. Why don't you turn the camera around so we can see the product
Okay,
of your labor?
let me see how I can turn it. Okay, I think it will not work. I will just show you.
That works great. Yeah, fabulous.
So this is the seven.
Mhm.
I got it. Like I did not do all of it because
Yeah, you were mentioning offline. We were chatting. This is the
Yes.
first time we've actually met face to face. Other than before we went online, you told me that you purchased the frames. The space frame
Yes.
and you ordered, and it came with an engine and drivetrain.
Yes.
And then you basically did all of the assembly yourself. Is that about right?
Yes. Yes. Right.
Yeah.
So I first got the frame with something of like there was no paint on it, no nothing, no
Mhm.
no windshield, no nothing. And basically what what I did was starting to assemble it. So from there, I went like at first it was almost 1 year with the mechanic to ensure that everything was going well. We had to put also the exhaust on it. Then one other year it was with a guy that his name is Haider. Maybe he joins. He's in the group as well. Who did this part here is from aluminum, and he made that everything was aligned. Basically, also the windshield was his. Then it was with the painter that took almost another year, because that was the part when we did all the switching and that the clocks were right and that the fuel line was right, the complete electric side. Then we got painted, and so the Andres, it's his name, the one from who I purchased the frame and everything. He was like, I'm gonna sit in the car.
Sure, absolutely. Well, whilst you're doing that, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about that.
Yes.
You had mentioned that you got the drivetrain, but obviously you had to make the exhaust, have the exhaust made separately. Yeah. And then also with the drivetrain, basically, you've got the differential, you had the engine. Did you have the drive shaft as well?
Yes, that was everything in. Everything of that was in. It was like not working, it was not assembled, but everything was there. And his dream, like Andres' dream, was to build a Caterham Donington in that style.
Yes.
So that's why the colors, basically. if you search for it, you will see it's the 420. And that's basically why the color. Like I honor that one. Also, I love the colors, and that's it. About the engine, it's a Fiat, the powered up one with the double overhead camshaft.
Yes. Oh, nice.
Camshaft? Yes. I can. Let's. If you want, we can.
Yeah. You're getting your exercise today, getting in and out of your car.
Yeah. more than I do usually. Yeah, definitely. And then after we had everything assembled, we had one more issue, and that was we had an overheating issue. Basically, we needed to put a second radiator in.
Okay.
And overhaul the whole engine. After that was done, we could. Okay, here we have the engine.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
You see?
Can I ask you? I'm intrigued because your story is rather similar to mine in a way.
To fire it up.
Yeah, what? Sure, we could do that. But I got one question. Yes. You received your engine and the kit, but you did not receive any instructions on how to build it at all. You're on your own.
No, I was on my own, but basically, and the part that was not bad. The problem is that I ended up with like. I think everyone has this story. You end up trying to get some things maybe cheaper, and you end up with the wrong guys. Yeah. So there's like it would be amazing, at least here in Uruguay, if we could have like one central part where you say, okay, if you want to build one, do this, get to this, and this guy. Otherwise, you probably will be wasting your money.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's like, well, it's basically maybe Tennessee. I don't know, not sure what. A lot of people like give up on the way. But yeah, well, it took me 4 years, and the frame was there, the engine was there, a lot of work was already done, and nonetheless, it took a lot of time. So, but it was worth it. Like,
it's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. I mean, I saw in the video when you said it's not running yet, but it's rolling, and I'm happy. I'm very happy. You know, I can even see the smile on your face now as you reflect on that moment.
Yes, definitely. No, definitely. That was like, and the first time we could drive it, it was just around the block. It was like, okay.
Yeah, I got another question along that line. You mentioned offline. Oh, here's John joining joining us. Hi, John. How are you doing?
Hey,
I'm very good. How are you doing?
hey, John. Great.
Loving the car from what I've seen. Looks brilliant.
Okay, I'm going to put.
Put
You
him
can
back
be in the
in the
background.
frame.
I'm
Yeah,
putting you in the
yeah.
background, but I'm. There we go. Putting back to Alexander. Yeah. So we've got more joining as we go along. But I was just
Okay.
going to say along the building situation. Once you've got it
Yes.
built, what is it like getting registered and insurance wise in Uruguay?
Well, it's not easy, that one. Let me see. You know if there is a function how I can turn around the camera?
It's in the settings as you enter
Yes.
the StreamYard settings. You can try the rear camera
Right.
on your phone. Now, on some phones, there
Yes.
you got
Great.
it. There you go.
There you go.
Fabulous.
Okay, much better.
Yeah.
So to register it, it's quite easy if you get the right car. So the secret is to get the right donor car.
Uh-huh.
If you get if you get the right donor car, then you just go to the we have 19. How would it like canis would it be? Because there's Uruguay would be it's even smaller than a state. Okay, so you get an idea. It would be you have 19 counties in Uruguay, and each one has different
rules
ways.
and laws.
Yes, exactly. And so what mostly is important is that you get the right donor car. If you get the right donor car in the right county, let's say it that way, you have no issue. As for me, I'm currently in the process. They call it homologation.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm currently in that process where I have to, I plan to do this in the next month somewhere.
You have to approach
because it is. Yes, I have to. No, I have to go to. It's like a 200 drive, and 200-kilometer drive, and then I have to do what they do. They check that the engine number matches the donor car and some stuff like that. And
going to a test station, they'll test it and just check things over.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And from what I understand is what we mostly do here. It's I got a Fiat engine, as you know, it's not a Ford.
Yeah.
A colleague of mine got a Ford. He's about to finish his one, so giving you a heads up for the next one.
Yes.
Definitely.
And
another show
in fact, we plan to trip in. We have here it's a week called it's All Saints Week.
Oh yes.
Where you have Eastern and so on that week, and we plan to travel a little bit around Uruguay, both sevens. So that will be amazing. And
you've got
yes,
you've got the weather out there as well, haven't you?
Yes. So if you want to see.
Yeah.
And there's one more thing. Maybe you see it from here. Back there in the ground, you see that's the ocean. So I live near the coastline.
Lovely.
And then I maybe wanna do one about the latest hype is take the car, just jump in it, and drive along the coastline.
Hey, you know what? We would just love that. But you know what I really love? I was mentioning before the show to Alexander, I said, I would love to become an Uruguayan because look at this. It's your late fall. This is late fall.
This is late summer.
Oh, okay, late summer. But still, look at it. It is absolutely glorious.
I've got my heating on.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, and I had we cannot. I'm not sure if you can see it inside. No. But we had to put a double radiator in. Maybe you can see it from.
Also,
here.
you literally had to put a second radiator in. I thought maybe you just had to replace.
No.
So
we built one.
Okay.
We built one.
Okay, great. Oh, you built one. Fabulous.
Yes, we built one. That was put two together. And yes, here you have this is the water. There goes the water line. This one. That goes up there, and that is what basically solves the heating issue. But I had also to overhaul the engine, so that's right.
You fitted the second one just literally because of the heat it was generating, yeah.
Well, did it warp the head?
Well, it had a cam issue, So, but yeah, let's try.
Let's
That's
try
perfect.
that. Okay. That sounds lovely. You know what will work really well? If you can go over to, I guess you may not be able to, the microphone will always pick up the exhaust sound better if you could just put get a
Okay.
little closer to the microphone. There we go.
Oh, that sounds lovely. It's got a real rasp to it. That.
Let me try it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's lovely.
that sounds gorgeous.
Yes, and the exhaust is this one.
That
4-into-1.
4-into-1. Yeah, I was going to say it looks
Yes.
like a 4-into-1.
Yes,
Is that-
you see it from here. 1 second. Okay.
Yes. Look at that.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's very nicely done. That must have been. Did you get that made bespoke?
Yes,
Yeah.
well, it didn't came originally with the. Let me turn this one up, and we have that one. Yes, the funny story is that the horn only works if it is switched off. If
Okay.
the engine is turned on, something like I messed up something, it doesn't work there.
Sounds
But
like
yes.
you got my wiring in your car.
Yes, well, the wiring was like let me tell you, the wiring was a whole stuff. So and the like I got to know one guy who was building exhausts. So we got this one. He got the car for like 2 weeks or 1 week, was it? And he built the whole exhaust.
Wow.
And
That's a
like,
lovely job. Lovely job. That is.
yes, indeed. And it's like, well, I have to like as you see, some things are still missing. Like, there's no protection on it. Like, thanks God, no one ruined himself yet.
But that's fine because it's on the passenger side.
Yeah, so
I have the same situation
yeah,
on mine.
like the cover
Same with
one is
mine.
missing. The cover is still here missing, but I got this one. This I love this one.
Yeah.
It's the fast
Silver.
one, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beauty.
I love that one. About
Tell
the
us
clouds.
could you tell us about your gas tank there? I'm interested in that.
That looks
Yes.
what 30 liters.
Well, original. This is
No way.
if I'm not wrong, this is a Golf from a Volkswagen. If I'm not
No
wrong.
kidding. Isn't that
Oh, okay.
interesting?
Yes, and they switched it in. Like I have here still to put in somewhere to put some baggage in. Oh,
Mhm.
you have here from the cover still something.
Yeah. And
You can
the
get,
differential this is all differential from the Fiat as well?
Yes, indeed, it's all from the Fiat.
Okay, cool.
And the one thing, but the transmission is not from the original Fiat. The transmission is from I think it's the 128.
And that gives you a different ratio then?
Well, the original car had four shifts. This one has 5.
Oh, that's
I'm
very
currently
lovely.
like as I explained, like I had to overhaul the engine, like do it new basically.
Mhm.
And what happened then is I'm still on the I hit 500 kilometers the other day.
Mhm.
So I'm not like I want to hit 1,000 before I turn up the engine.
Okay, great.
I'm hitting 100 kilometers an hour if I'm in 5th gear at 3,000 RPM. So the engine should work fine at 5. So I think I can get a little bit more out of it.
Probably 120 miles an hour, something like that.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, probably, but not like it's so far. It feels like quite stable.
I bet the acceleration on that is pretty good then with that gearing.
No, the acceleration is it's madness.
Yeah,
No, it's madness. It's because some of the streets I have down here, they are like gravel.
Yeah.
So he just like throws away. He's like breaks the line. I'm not sure how to tell it, but he goes sideways.
Yeah. Is it a limited slip diff on the back?
Limited what?
Limited slip differential on the back.
Not sure.
The gearbox.
So that one.
Yeah.
You referred. Yes,
No,
yes, because
on in the differential. If you went to the differential,
this one.
a limited slip
Yeah.
differential will work in so that if you get into
Okay.
a slipping situation, that one wheel will give up its grip and the other wheel will pick up where the other one has lost grip.
Okay. Well, that's
And
something.
I was wondering if your differential is a limited slip differential.
No, it has like the gearbox is a ceramic one. I'm not sure if it's right, but I can do the shifts quite fast.
Yeah.
And that's what allows me if he goes like, but it's only if you accelerate and steer the wheel, then he goes sideways. Otherwise, he's like
Sideways is a seven thing.
That's the best way to go, though. Surely.
Yeah. So the back brakes to the sides, and but if you hold the steering wheel straight, he just sits he just sits down in the back and it just.
Can I ask you about the brakes? Do you have a balance bar
Yes.
for the brakes, or do you have a what type
No,
of?
I got the servo.
Okay,
This one.
got it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We had a 2-line brakes,
Mhm.
so we could balance between both of them. That was not working because you had to be like Superman to hit that pedal.
Yeah.
So we went to 1 line. We got this one,
Is this
and
is this
it's
typical
working.
of the low cost community in Uruguay that you do it with the servo?
I'm not sure. Like, to be honest, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's the same on ours. We've not got a servo on ours, and the pedal does need a good shove.
It does.
Yes.
I have the same situation on mine.
Yeah, but we've got discs all round as well, whereas a lot have the drum brakes on the rear.
Well, these are the brakes, as you see. I have a disc as well, and it works pretty fine. It's
the rear is drums or discs.
No, I had in the rear. There's also discs. Let me check. I'm gonna change the.
I can see. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm gonna change them to. Well, from here you can see them even better. There you go.
You know what? I just love the 7 community in Uruguay. It's just like unbelievable.
As well, some parts are missing on this guy yet, but
it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. One of your friends and my friend too, Arson Ketchkin, said
yes.
He said he helped you on this build, as we already know. He told me, he said the wonderful thing about Uruguay is there are more cows than there are people. But he also said that there's also probably more low costs than there are cows. So it's just an amazing story.
I was going to say, Jim, you've met my ex then.
Well, there are a lot of locals down here, indeed.
Really? And
yes,
a big club following.
No, I'm not sure because I'm the new guy. Honest, I'm the new guy, and mine is not like he's like I already hitting the street and so, but the cover is missing. Still, I'm working on that one. I'm waiting that it arrives. Still, the cover here, and this clock is not working. This one either. You're
not supposed to tell us that.
And this is. Well,
I have all kinds of meters on mine that don't work, but I'm not telling anybody.
I have no issue with it's still working on that one, but yes. Also, the way we solved the I'm not sure how it is called in English. It's when you're gonna say that you were gonna go to the sites.
Oh yeah, the turn signal indicators.
Yes, indicators.
Exactly.
Yeah?
The way we solved that one, I don't like it. So there's some change coming, but I'm quite happy. Like after, it's like 3.5 years, and then I could drive it. And I sent Jim the video of that one when I first got turn the engines on and go like little circles around the blocks and so on. It was like
always a proud moment.
Yeah, well, I almost I don't used to cry, but that was one of those moments where I almost, because it was like
it's kind of like that moment when your child is born and they're put in your hand. It's just like a new life. and it just starts from there, and you just glow. And that's how it was for me, because it started. I remember mine.
Yeah.
It started, and it sounded horrible, and my wife was terrified, and I was just exhilarated. It was just amazing.
Yeah, indeed, it's pretty much like that. And it's like such a it's a lot of emotions coming out. It's incredible.
Absolutely.
So this about this cone was done by Rafael. Do you know him?
Yeah, I do. I was going to ask you that. That is absolutely gorgeous.
You got double vents on that.
Yes,
the top.
exactly.
Yeah?
Because we had a heating issue, and then I asked him, like, can we do something about it? And he was already like working on this cone. That's from the 620.
Yeah.
From the Caterham 620. So
from the Caterham,
yes, I'm still missing something, and that is it should have like a paddle down here, because it is that the airflow comes down here, goes through the radiator, and it comes out some part here already. So it don't stocks in the back of the engine's bay.
Yeah,
so,
and the left and right and top and bottom of the radiator. If you fare them in, the air will go through it rather than round it.
Yeah,
yes,
that's exactly right.
Yeah, and well, that helped a lot. Like currently, if we hit the street, it works at the temperature it should work, and it was working like 20 degrees above it, or 15 degrees above it.
In my situation, I've got a bike engine, as does John, and I know that in street driving, if I do not have my fan operating, it can get warm. So
in my case it is.
Same here.
In my case, it is only with the when it is standing still. Then it can get complicated. But if it is on the street, you forget it. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's the same with our bike engine at Yamaha R1, and we've had it up to 105 degrees, which is where it kind of wants to be. But normal running with the fan on an open road, it gets down to about 68, which is probably a little bit low.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just keep an eye on it and flick the fan on whenever we need to.
Exactly what I do. I just toggle it.
Yeah.
Well, no, mine goes on automatically. It has thermostat, and it turns on if it hits 80.
Yeah, I bypassed that. Yeah. I can operate it with that on, but I bypassed it.
We've got a regulator as well, and sensor that will kick the fan in. But I've got a manual override on the fan.
Yeah,
so
me
too. Pop it on whenever I want.
Yeah, I should get one of those then. Definitely.
Yeah, just another switch and a bit of wiring. That's a lovely blue color, by the way. Is that painted?
Yes. Yes, it is all painted. It is all painted. Yes, and this part is aluminium, and it was done by Hyder. He's also in the group, I think, and it helped a lot because I had a fiberglass before this one, and we couldn't do this in, and this helped with the temperature.
The louvres, they look fantastic. That's the skill behind. I've seen a couple of programs. The skill behind putting those louvres in like that.
Let me put it up. Give me 1 second.
It's real proper engineering skill to do louvres like that.
Yes, indeed.
That's what I was saying about I love our Uruguay, because everybody's into this low-cost thing, and everybody does it with such an amazing skill. And Argentina as well. But I mean, I'm just totally sold on Uruguay. The passion is there, and it's a ground. It's a community, and it's a passion that starts from the people themselves up. It's not people manufacturing them. It's not manufacturers manufacturing them. It's people.
I was going to say, and it sounds like you've had a lot of parts made rather than you just bought them in.
No, yes, basically almost all of them were made, unless the engine, transmission, the mechanic part, that one got from the 125 Fiat. As for the rest, these ones, I'm not sure, but I think that's from an old Citroën, something like that. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but that's what we got. That's what we got. These ones, like they were handmade as well, and all the rest was like
And
done
did
by.
Raphael make your turn signals as well?
No, what Rafael did, he made the cone, he made the turn signals, he
Yeah, that's
made
what I was
these ones.
mentioning. The indicator lights. He
Yes,
made.
these
Yeah,
ones as
he,
well.
did that.
He did me once. Like he now made me two new in black.
Mhm.
I'm still have to pick those up.
Yeah.
Then he did these ones as well. This
The
one
wings.
did
Yeah.
these ones and the this one.
Okay, got it. The scuttle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scuttle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then Hydra, he made
He made the aluminum. He
the
did a beautiful
aluminum,
job.
the windshield, the seats, that was Hyder as well. And what
That's
Hyder,
some talent
yes,
going in there.
Yeah.
yes,
Definitely.
he's amazing. Like if someone from
Yeah.
Uruguay is watching this, like if you need to like go to him, he's
Well,
also
absolutely.
I'm just looking at the shut lines on your bonnet, and they're absolutely spot on. That's a brilliant bit of work.
Yeah. I'm going to
The
have
what?
to contact Raphael and see if he wants to distribute some of this stuff worldwide because
well, he's
the
doing a
quality.
lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And yes, and what Hyder also did, he aligned the whole stuff because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was like you watched it, and it was like, okay, this is something is off. It was not like not aligned the whole parts of it, right?
Mhm.
That looks very tidy. I've seen some cars where, well, I'm not going to mention anybody, but yeah, sometimes the lines can be a bit shocking. They're not perfect on ours.
Mhm.
Yes,
But
well, I got like new tires. No, tires. No, the whole stuff. And we got the mini light. That's the original one from the Lotus. The Lotus is using. So this one will be off. Really, these are 14s. The ones coming that that's
are they 14-inch?
yes, and we are getting
yeah.
now the 13-inch. Like the one the Lotus should have.
Yeah, a lot of the race boys are running 13s, obviously due to the weight saving.
Yeah.
Mhm. And yours, John, is yours 14 or 13?
I was about 15, I think. But
is it 15? I've got 14s on mine.
Yeah,
you got 15s.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ours are the what were they? I can't remember now.
With the R1, that must be a little bit of a challenge getting it off the line.
No, they're monoblocks. They're seriously light. One of the lightest out there.
Yeah, well,
I will go and remeasure them. I'm sure when I measured them last time they were 15s, but maybe they're 14s. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm switching to the 13s. We got to have more rubber on it.
Mm-hmm.
And
what a beautiful car. I mean, just say that. And you also have, I mean, this is a nice little drive around roll bar, and it's more for show than it is for safety because it's above your head, not really above your headline. But
no,
you've also got a racing cage, don't you?
Yes, I got a racing cage. Like I have to go for it because it's stored right now. But I got the racing cage. Give me 1 second.
Is that a bolt-in one rather than welding? Yeah.
Yes, but it's like I have to repaint it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Attaboy, look at that.
Like this is the racing cage.
This is
like
this is the real low cost community.
Yes. and like, this is gonna go on top of it. Like I need to give me 1 second. I need to call John.
Yeah.
Shona. No, that's my cameraman. That he's not been added.
Yeah.
He's coming. There he goes.
Here he comes.
Oh, here he is.
So we're gonna switch to Spanish for 1 second.
You go for it.
Me tenés que ayudar a llevarlo hasta ahí. Agarrarlo de frente.
Okay.
Nice shit, by the way.
Yeah, no entiendo.
No, para allá. Ponele mostrarlo para allá. Ok. Listo. Gracias.
Gracias, John.
So
I was going to say, don't scratch
that's the cage.
Work. Yeah.
So the cage is gonna go up here. It has all already to switch it in. You will see here's the one.
Yeah.
Here's the other one. And here this will be just replaced by it.
You've already got it. You've already got it ready to go on.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I need to paint it first.
Yeah.
It's and then once that one comes in, the windshield goes off, and that's the other thing that Rafael is working on right now.
It's you got Brooklands or just an aero screen?
No, we will get the aero screen on. That's the one that Rafael is working on right now. So as soon as the aero screen is ready, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the cage on, and we're gonna switch the to an aero screen, unless we can maintain the windshield. But I would like, because it's quite low. I expected the windshield to be higher. A lot of Lotus have a high windshield. This quite, as you see,
Yeah.
I
like
like that.
this.
It's
This is
beautiful.
my
I
hand.
like it.
You know, that's my hand.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's quite low. So I like that.
I do
Maybe
too.
yes, because if we had the original windshield, we could not put the cage on and having the windshield. But with this one,
is that perspex windscreen rather than glass? Yeah.
yes, it has a double.
Is it glass with a double glass and with a plastic film in between?
You see, you can see it here from the side.
It is safety glass.
Yeah. If you have a look at Vaast, he's doing switchable ones with different height, made out of
that's nice.
perspex. So you could have one like that if you want to go touring, but you can easily switch out to a lower one or even half. So yeah, have a look at Vaast and see what he's doing.
Yeah.
Mofast.co.uk. He's on Facebook as well.
So this is
what I think would be a great idea, John.
Studying.
We can certainly bring in Paul from Vaast, but it would be great. I think. I mean, we're talking about having
definitely
Raphael as your supplier. Now, I've been in contact with him many times.
So
I think it would be fabulous to get Raphael with his red.
This is the other
his
stuff.
Beautiful red car. Bring it down, and then he can tell us all about the stuff that he produces too. I think that would be a fabulous show. Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Detachable steering wheel as well, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yes, because otherwise you cannot switch in. That's something that's my fault in part, and that is with the line, the shaft for the steering wheel. It's too low. We couldn't get it higher because there's something detached between the engine, and so it is not possible. So if we would have the steering wheel on, maybe my little nephew could still squeeze in, but not me. So
just got a comment here from Chan Gov, who's watching from South Africa, and he's saying it's a lovely car.
Yeah, no, thanks for that one.
Yeah,
it's still not ready. Still some work going on, but
this is it's everybody's individual passion. It is, as I've said so many times to so many people, it's not really, we don't care what brand is on the front of the car. And that's not what's important. What's important is what the car means to you. And
definitely.
Yeah, it's amazing. I just love hearing the stories of why people build and how they do it and how long it takes. And it's just, it just brings out the passion. And these little cars, as I've said many times before, they just help us bring out our own story. And that's great.
Definitely brings out the passion. And then some of the people that you speak to, you can tell their passion for them, as I can with you. And some of the stories they come out with as well, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. And this, because I'm seeing the... sorry, but I logged in as the Vaast. So Vaast is my real last name. Like, I'm not Speed Scott.
Well, you're Alexander von Vaast, aren't you?
Yes. No. Like Van Vaast it would be like the last name we lost in the war, and since then it is Vaast, as fast in.
Yeah.
As fast as I can be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What a beautiful car.
Well, it's fast as well. Let me say.
And what I love about it is you showed us all the internals and the brakes and all that kind of stuff. Clearly, it's driven. I mean, look at all the lovely dust and muck that you've got on your car. It's fabulous.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I should clean it more, but yeah.
But these cars are there to be used.
That's the other. Like we have the gravel street, that is a lot of dust that is going on.
Yeah.
I try to clean it as much as possible, but it's.
Well, Well, I know that there are some people who love their polished cars and that's their passion, and I salute them on that. I'm just not one of those guys.
I'm not. I'm definitely not.
I have
There's
some
one-
aluminum on mine and aluminium on mine, and I prefer to just take the WD-40 and give it a good wipe, and we're done. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that could be. I should do that with mine. Okay, but you know, I had a boss who was getting old, and he had really a lot of money, and he always wanted to get a Mercedes class. I'm not sure, but it was an expensive car. It was like I'm not sure the C52, something like that. And he one day said, like, I have waited all my life to start doing things. Now I'm old, everything hurts, and now like I'm gonna start to do it. I should have started way earlier.
Yeah.
And that's something that somehow, like, yeah, I was waiting like, this is really literally my first car.
Yeah.
It's not like I got the second car, it's over there.
Mhm.
But that's the normal car, but this is the first car I ever had.
Well,
And
Shan
like,
just added here, he said, it looks purpose-built, form following function. And that's really what it is. Just what you just finished saying it.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I mean,
And that's
it's terrific, because I mean, you're saying kind of what the community who builds and uses these things. I was talking to a guy in Japan who he didn't build his car; he bought it.
I love the car from the guy in Japan.
But he said it so clearly. He said, you know, with this COVID thing that we've all been experiencing over the last couple of years, he said, you know what? I better get this dream happening and start living it, because, you know, you never can tell when my number might come up. So this is what it's all about.
we had the same thing with our R1. I did find myself with a bit of money, and I had one of those, excuse the language, epic moments. I'm just going to do it. You know, I had the opportunity, I had the money, and I just went for it. And I'm so glad that we did.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. That's one true story, because if you wait,
you'll never do it.
Yes, you never do it. You always say, I do it next year. Yeah, you're not gonna do it next year, not the year after it. Like, either you get your hands on it and start, and you drive it to the finish, because that's the other thing that sadly happens a lot. A lot of like here in Uruguay, at least, there are a lot of projects out there. They're not finished.
Never get finished. No.
Yeah.
Yes, but
yeah.
And some are really lovely. I have seen some that, like, I saw one that's a Ford engine with an automatic transmission, a hell of a drive. But the guy never finished it, and he's not selling it either.
Yeah, it will sit in a barn or a garage, and
yes, they lose the passion. They lose the. I'm not sure.
I don't know. There's that time when you're building. I know that from my own experience. I don't know if you've had this experience, but I certainly did. Like, I was into my build for probably close to a year and a quarter, and it just didn't seem like I was making any progress. I was like swimming upstream, and I just couldn't see that light at the end of the tunnel. And I felt like, gee, I should just put my tools down and just stop. But my wife, I got this most amazing woman in my life. She just says, you know, you don't have to worry about it. Just do a little bit every day, and then just move forward. And then that's the only way. But some people, they get to that point and they kind of put the tools down, and the dream just floats away downstream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
the move house or whatever, and it takes, or have kids, and it takes the back seat, and nothing will ever happen. It's you know, it's a real shame. You know, there's some great cars probably sat in garages that don't need a lot more doing to them to get them on the road. But
having said that, John, is a 7 ever finished? That's a good question, isn't it?
Never.
No.
Yeah, you're right, Jim.
I should. I should get the cover for mine, and I got like the new tires, you know.
Yeah. Well, as I suggested, I wanted to do the cloth cover for the boot on mine as well, but I just got tired of waiting and going around to upholsterers and all that kind of stuff. So I just grabbed a sheet of fiberglass and some hinges and put it in, and that's the way it stayed for me.
That's what we've got on ours. We just got some carbon effect stuff on the back of ours. There is no boot storage, so I do need to look at that. And I know MK are doing boot boxes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's on the list. But as you say, Jim, kit cars are never finished.
Never ever. Yeah, I'm looking at that nose cone and I'm thinking, gee, that would look pretty good.
No, it looks good. Like I'm like that. That's the next thing. Also, I want to like paint this one black because this it would look better. But yeah, one mistake I did, and if someone is listening, like don't do it, is I waited a lot. Like I said, like okay, let's have it painted and everything, and I got it out 3.5 years after it, when I could have it on the street like maybe 1 year after it, 1.5 year. And now I realized that should I build a second one, I have that in the plans.
Really?
Yes, I'm gonna build a second one.
What would you go for your second one?
A bigger engine, a better transmission. Basically a faster one. No, yeah. I'm looking into probably doing like a lot of people gonna hate me for this one, but do you know the Donkerwood one?
Yeah.
Yes, they're quite big cars, quite heavy, but great touring machines.
Yes. I'm gonna try to do one of those. That's the next one, but
Vaast, you see, it's a Dutch thing.
They've got definitely. They do a hard top for that as well, I believe.
Yes, for that one as well. They do a hard top indeed for that one, but yeah, it will be not done by the Dutch people, but by the guys here. And we have some real great. I'm not sure if I could call them artisans down here.
Yeah, but in South America, the replica market is unbelievable. It's just outstanding.
Yes, well, like the seats, they were also handmade.
Yeah.
And
wow, they look fantastic.
Because the normal one they wouldn't fit in. It is too small there. And then the same guy will do the cover for the shaft.
Yeah.
The one that's one that's missing here, and the cover for this one as well.
Yeah, like
and it will be all. Yeah. The idea is that it is leather, but let's see. I hope so. But yeah, as long as these great people lives and are able to do this job, I'm like gonna go for it. And wow. By the way, absolutely. in my case, I did not do that much with this car because yes, also I worked a little bit on the engine and the stuff and so on, but I really had a big amount of help because at least the community in Uruguay here of the Lotus, like there's like two big groups of it, and I got a lot of help from both sides.
It's almost like a family, isn't it?
Yeah, you have a problem. It's like, as I had the overheating issue, it was like, guys, the engine's gonna blow up if I continue this way. What can I do? And then they said, oh, I did this with mine. Like Alsen was one of the first one. He said, I got a double one. Go for a double one. And he gave me a lot of contacts where I could just call people and get it done. Because of course I did not build the one and make the installation of it, but it worked, you know. It works.
Yeah. And that's what this community is all about. Everybody helping people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I would love to get Arsen in, and I would love to bring in Raphael, and there's so many of your friends. I would love, and if you want to join and help with the translation, as well as Walter, who couldn't be with us today, I think that would be just absolutely first.
Will Walter be seeing this one later?
Yeah, he just has a family commitment. He couldn't make it to a. He said if he could get away early, he would join in, and maybe he will. But he has a family commitment that he couldn't make.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
And he's finishing off his too, and he
sent me the pictures over. It's amazing.
It's amazing. I told him to send me more pictures. I'll send them to you. But anyway, yeah. It's South America is a 7-story that remains mostly for the Western world unknown. And
I was going to say, I didn't realize there was such a big following out there.
It truly is unbelievable, John.
I know. Yeah.
The other day I was driving. I made 200 kilometers the other day, like the past weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
on the road, I crossed like 3 or 4 sevens on one day.
Yeah.
Did you really? Wow.
Yeah.
As I said,
I-
there's more cows than there are people, and then there's more low costs, and then there are cows.
And that's the other thing I love about this car. It's like it's so light. It's just
Oh,
you
yes.
move it with your feet. It's like
Absolute pleasure to drive always. Yeah.
And an
Well-
absolute pleasure, Alexander, to get to know you and have a chat with you, because really the car is great, but hearing the passion that for me and hearing your story, that's what it's really all about. Thank you.
thank you for
Yeah.
the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Lovely car. And it's been lovely.
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
for the opportunity. Thank you for sharing. We have plans to make some barbecue later on, not today, but with the other guys.
Asada.
Yes, exactly. So maybe we can get Rafael and Arsen all together. Let's
Yeah.
try to do it. Maybe we
Yeah.
can transmit on that day. But like it's on the like we have to just agree on one day. That's the hats of
How
this day.
about this, Alexander? What I put all three of us in the picture here because we've been
Yes.
going on for 51 minutes now. How about if you
Okay.
switch that camera around so we can see your
sorry.
smiling face too?
Okay, let me switch the camera.
Yeah, definitely get a barbecue on and get some kit cars round.
I think it'd be just joyous fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess
There we
got
go.
it.
That's fabulous.
And yes, here we are. Yeah. Yes, that's the idea. But we were like trying to get together for some time already.
Mhm.
It didn't work yet. In fact, we had one day, but then I had an overheating issue and everything got delayed. So
Mhm.
let's see what happens in the future.
Definitely. Keep us
By the
posted.
way, yes. By the way, the Lotus of Arsen. I'm not sure if you saw it.
It's
That's a lovely
absolutely
one.
gorgeous. What a
That one
lovely
is-
car.
is-
Fabulous,
Yes, that's
beautiful
a
car.
lovely one.
Yeah, and that's why he's a shy guy. He does all these things in the background to help
Yeah.
all of his friends,
He
but he won't
helps a
come
lot.
online and share his story and show his car. I mean, this
Oh,
has to
I'll-
happen. You have to convince him.
You know, as like he was always the first one who answered me. Like I said, I need to get the fuel tank. What tank can I get? And he came. Oh, you can do this, and this. He was and with everything. Like as I had the issue with the overheating as well, with the fuel tank and so many other stuff that he just came up with a lot of ideas and always telling what he did, but always also telling what did not work. And that's something what I found helps a lot.
Yes.
Because
definitely.
going down some roads that like end up in some bad stuff.
Yeah, there is. I don't want to knock any site, but there is a lot of duff advice on there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So yeah, I mean, the guy sounds really knowledgeable, so it'd be great to get him on.
yeah, and it's a wonderful community, and if we can help bring the stories to the South American market. I mean, I do want to make sure that some of our material that we produce is in the language spoken in the individual countries. So if Arsen wants to come along, and I'll bring Walter along too, because he can do some of the translation work for us, but mostly you guys can chat in Spanish. We don't really care. We just want to see the cars and hear your story.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm just happy to look at the pictures and videos of cars. I don't care what you're talking about. Well, I do. I do if I understand it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm happy to just look at cars.
When you reduce it to it, the language spoken really doesn't really make any difference, because the language we all speak is car.
Yeah,
is 7. That's it.
The 7.
Yeah.
The 7 car.
That's
And we don't care what you've got.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or how much it cost.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So why don't we do this? I mean, we've been going for 55 minutes now. I just wanted to say thank you to Alexander and John for dropping in.
Jim, all our
thanks,
videos seem to go for nearly an hour.
I just go on and on and on. I get wound up. What can I say? It just flows.
Well,
as long as people are liking them, and I think they are. So yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. So Alexander, why don't we just say we'll put a bow on it for now? But I want to draw you back. I mean, gosh, you're wonderful on video, and if you can help us do more of these, that'd
Yeah,
be wonderful.
Anytime you want. As soon as I have the cage on, we can do another one. No problem with
Absolutely.
that one.
Definitely. And get the barbecue on and another couple of kit cars round.
Yes, that as well. That's the plan. As soon as we have a date for it, I let you know, and probably we're gonna do a live stream there as well, and maybe we can put one after another. There's some cars down here that you wouldn't
Definitely.
imagine.
It's
They
been
look
brilliant
great.
talking to you, and I'm really glad I dropped in because it's a great car and a great story. So
Yeah.
thanks.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and I'm going to say thank you, and I'm going to say thank you to John. And wow, as I always say, I guess from here we're going to put a bow on it and say we'll see you at 7th Spot. Thanks again.
Thank you. Have a
All
nice
right.
one.
Cheers for
Cheers,
now.
guys. Thank you.
Cheers.
You bet.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.